Well, hello, Carnival Celebration cruisers, and hello, Coach Cruisers out there. For those of you that are not already subscribed to Coach Cruise, I encourage you to do that now, along with hitting the like button. But today, of course, we are going to be talking about the Carnival Celebration, and to start off with 10 things that you will love, just like little Zoe right here.
Like
All right,
and
let's get
subscribe
to
to Coach Cruise because he uses me and Cookie all the time, and it's gonna get your face out there.
Yeah,
So you need
that's
to
true.
say,
Hello everyone, I'm Mamacita at Sea. Remember we're watching Coach Cruz. Like and subscribe.
All right, love it.
Well, hello, Carnival Celebration cruisers. Welcome to Coach Cruise. I'm your host, Brad, and anyway, today we're going to get you excited about your Carnival Celebration cruise because I'm going to give you 10 things that I think you're going to love about the Carnival Celebration. So let's get into it right now. Go all over the board here with 10 different things you're going to love about the Carnival Celebration. And we're going to start off with the entertainment staff. And yes, as you might imagine, the entertainment staff includes the cruise director. Now, the inaugural cruise director of the Carnival Celebration was two-time cruise director of the year, Mr. Lee Mason. Now, depending upon when your cruise is, you may get Mr. Lee Mason, or you may get Mr. Lewis, who is currently, as of the airing of this video, filling in as the cruise director on the Carnival Celebration. But at least from now until midsummer, you will have either Lewis or Lee Mason. Both of them have gotten great reviews. Now, they have a team of people called the Fun Squad. If you're new to Carnival, usually they're running around in a bunch of red shirts. They're doing anything from dancing to hosting trivia to, hosting game shows, all kinds of things. When you have 6,500 people on a ship and you have to keep them all entertained, obviously one person can't do it by themselves. And that is where the Fun Squad comes in to make sure they're bringing you the fun all over. They really enjoy their jobs and they're always smiling, high-fiving you, trying to get you to have fun. So when you show them that you want to have fun, it makes their job even better. So make sure to reach out to a Fun Squad member and say, hey, I want to have some fun. What are we doing? And they will point you in the right direction or show you themselves directly. All right, let's go on to the next one. All right, so the next one is entertainment. And entertainment can be all different types of things, right? But let's start off with the most common entertainment. Those are your theater shows, for example, your Broadway type shows. What's unique about the XL class and the Carnival Celebration is because of its size and its stage in Grand Central, you can have aerial acrobatic shows, and they do. The Most Magnificent Circus, for example, is a great show, very, very popular. So popular that it's shown multiple times over the course of your cruise. We Are One is another show that is very popular, and that also includes some aerial acrobats. Then there are some of the iconic favorites like Celestial Strings. That is one that can be found as well. One show not to be missed that is often overlooked, it's usually on the second to last night of the cruise, is a dance party where the DJ comes up and just does his thing on the stage. It has all the playlist performers. A lot of the live musicians take part, dancers, everything, and it's just a huge party in Celebration Central. That is Evolution. Make sure you don't miss that one. Now, in the regular theater, there are two theaters, of course, Celebration Central, and then you have a separate traditional theater. That's where you'll see some other shows, including Love and Marriage, Name That Groove. There are bingo, for example. There's an endless amount of entertainment available for you, so you are absolutely going to love your entertainment choices on the Celebration. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, because of the ship's size, there are a plethora of food choices all over the ship. You can go all the way up to deck 17, deck 18, and even deck 19 if you pay a price and get food delivered to you, or go up and get food yourself, depending upon which venue you're going to. Now, all the way up on deck 17, for example, is Guy's Burgers. The iconic Guy's Burgers that every Carnival passenger knows about, if you're a meat eater at least, has some of the best burgers at sea, and the best part about it is they are free. Now, the Lido deck, you're going to have the Blue Iguana Cantina. Across from that, you're going to have the Seafood Shack. Now, the Seafood Shack is at a cost, but then there are 3 other stations called Street Eats right next to it. My favorite one happens to be a place called Time Fries, where they'll basically have a variety of different potatoes, usually French fries, and they just dump a whole bunch of goodies on top of those French fries, whether it's cheese or meat or something like that. And then you can just go to town on those French fries, and they're given to you in appetizer type portions. Now, of course, on that same Lido deck, if you go back into the midship area, you're going to come upon your Lido buffet. And there are a variety of different food stations there, including a gelato station, for example, and your typical buffets type setup. If you go all the way to the back of the ship, you're going to find Shack's Big Chicken. Okay, now I've just talked about decks 16 and 17, right? Now also, if you go up on deck 17, you're going to find the, or is it deck 18? No, it's deck 18. Deck 18, that's another layer of food for you. You have the Fresh Creation salad bar in the Serenity deck area. So you can get food on decks 16, 17, 18. And again, the Loft 19 area even will bring you food, but you have to purchase a cabana, and you'll have your own private waiter that will bring you food right to your cabana if you do purchase one for a day. They are a little pricey, I'll forewarn you on that. Now, down on decks 6, 7, and 8, that's where you will find your main dining rooms. Main dining rooms, the Festival restaurant that covers deck 6 and 7, and the Carnival restaurant that is on deck 6. In addition to a variety of bars, the steakhouse is also on deck 7, for example. If you go up on deck 8, you have Bonsai Sushi, Bonsai Teppanyaki. You have Chibang at the front of the ship. At the back of the ship, you have Guy's Pig and Anchor, where you can get your barbecue type food. Midship, just outside of Guy's Pig and Anchor, you're going to come across Rudy Sea Grill, which is a at-cost venue, $48 per person, but that's your upscale seafood. And then right next to Rudy Sea Grill, as you come out, you're going to have the Deco Deli. Now, all those sandwiches are free and tasty. I really love the Deco Deli. Great sandwiches. You know, whether you want a grilled cheese or you want a stuffed turkey sandwich, you can get it there. You want it on a pretzel bun, they got those too. So all that good stuff. And then right next to that is Miami Slice, and that's where you're going to get your pizza. So for all you pizza lovers out there, that's where you'll go. And like I said, I probably missed a few food venues myself there. So food choices, you're not going to have a lack of. Now, you may not like all of the food choices, but there's for sure going to be a few food choices that you really do. So make sure you go and experience all of them. And oh, another one just popped into my head. That is Emerald's Bistro down on deck 6. Now that is another specialty restaurant. So the items there are ordered in an a la carte style, and they are at a cost. Some menu items I think are as little as $3 there. So you can go check that out as well. All right, okay, live music. Now this is something that is available usually on decks 6, 7, and 8. You can get some live music up on the Lido deck as well. Now, the thing I like about the live music is you actually get performers. Sometimes it's a single performer. Like if you're at the Latitudes Bar, for example, just across from Latitudes Bar, there might be a single performer or maybe a couple there performing, playing guitar, singing, whatever the case may be. You have your violin trio. Several times you might catch them over at the Golden Jubilee Bar. You might hear somebody playing piano in that same Golden Jubilee Bar. If you go to Guy's Pig and Anchor, that's usually where they have, something called the Backyard Band. I don't know if every band that goes there is called the Backyard Band, but at least it was when I was on the celebration, and they have some wonderful familiar tunes that will really get you singing along and even up and dancing. So you want to make sure you take advantage of the live music throughout the ship, and that's one of the things that you will love on the Carnival celebration. Let's find out what the next level will be. All right, so every ship has their own events. They have their own deck parties. Now, some of these deck parties are the same across the fleet. For example, the Rock and Glow party is a very popular party on the Carnival celebration, and it's popular throughout the fleet. Now, there's also a White Night, and there are a variety of different event types things, for example, country line dancing and guys, pig, and anchor. Now that might be more unique to the carnival celebration, but there are a variety of things that you can do and events that you can take part in. And again, you want to download that Carnival Hub app prior to cruising, but especially before sailing away, so you can keep track of everything that's going on and identify events and activities that you'll really enjoy. But you will love the number of events that you have a choice to take part in, from karaoke to, like I said, deck parties or salsa dancing or trivia or whatever the case may be. You can definitely check it out. All right, let's go on to the next one. Okay, now the next one is pretty simple, and that is the ship decor. But I want to expand on the ship decor a little bit, because the Carnival celebration did something really special. Because it was their 50th anniversary, they tried to tie in a lot of history from past ships. So down in that Golden Jubilee bar area, for example, there are tables that were taken from a ship that has been retired and destroyed, but they saved pieces of that ship and then put it in that celebration area, that Golden Jubilee area, for people to continue to enjoy. And throughout the ship, you will see signs or things taken from, for example, the Rolls Royce was taken from the Carnival Elation, I believe it is, and now it has a permanent home on the Carnival celebration. So you can go to different areas around the ship and you can say, oh, this was from this ship or this was from that ship. The watercolors bar, up on deck 7, it's a small bar, but they have some artwork above the bar, and that was taken from another ship as well. I won't tell you. I'll let that be a surprise, and you can figure it out on your own. But that's something that you can have fun with, identifying some of the history in the Carnival celebration. So let's find out what the next one. All right, so this may seem a little bit redundant, because I've been talking a lot about things that you can do, whether it's live music, theater, so on and so forth. But there are so many things that you can do. It doesn't have to be an event. It doesn't have to be a comedy show. Just going to the Alchemy Bar, for example, or the Latitudes Bar, or the Golden Jubilee Bar. All three of those bars I had a great time at, and we'll talk more about bars later, but that's just an example of something you can do. I mean, you can go to the back of the ship and watch the wake disappear in the distance. Whether it's going swimming, whether it's going to trivia, there are just too many things to do on the Carnival celebration. You're never going to be bored. Of course, they have a casino and all those great things. So there are so many options of things that you can do. You just need to figure out and plan all the different things that you could do. How about go on the roller coaster? How about go on the ropes course? How about play some basketball up on the top decks? There are an endless variety of things that you can do. Or how about get a massage down in the spa? There you go. All right, let's go on to the next one. All right, for you casino players out there, you will be very happy to know that the Carnival celebration has one of the largest casinos at sea. They have a very large non-smoking area of the casino, and they have an almost equally large smoking area of the casino, including a casino bar. They have, hundreds of slot machines. They have probably a few dozen different table games, from 3-card poker to blackjack, of course, a few roulette tables. They have craps, only one craps table, and that is on the non-smoking side. I know in the Carnival Mardi Gras, they had 2 craps tables, which I preferred because the craps tables can be pretty crowded and the limits seem to be pretty high, since there is only 1 craps table on the Carnival celebration there. So that's something to keep in mind. But again, you gamblers, you're at least going to be happy with the amount of games and choices that you have in the casino. Hopefully you'll be happy at the amount of money that you've won too, because I know that makes all the difference, right? Winning. So good luck if you are a casino player, but if you are, you will love the casino on the Carnival celebration, assuming. All right, and again, I touched on this just a little bit earlier, in regards to things that you can do, but you are going to love the pools and the Carnival celebration, because there are so many of them. Let's start in the Havana area, for example. Now, the Havana area pool is a small pool, and it's only available if you have a room in the Havana area. So we're not going to talk much about that one, but if you do, just know that that's an extra pool that you have available to you. Okay, now on deck 8 is a place called Summer Landing. If you go to Guy's Pig and Anchor Bar and you go out the back of the bar, there's some big sliding glass windows, and that will take you out to Summer Landing and an infinity pool. It's a nice sized pool. Families are available to go, or allowed to go back there, so your kids can go to that pool without any problem. Now, just around to the side of that pool are two very generous sized hot tubs that a lot of people take advantage of and enjoy. So that is on deck 8. Now, if you go all the way up to deck 16 and you stay at the back of the ship, that is where the Tides pool is. Another generous size pool, and they do have two more hot tubs, one on each side of the pool, along with the bar. So that is an area that you can escape to if you find the Summer Landing pool is a little too crowded, for example. Now, we're not done with the pools, because if we walk through the Lido Marketplace there, we are going to get to the main pool, and that's a generous sized pool with a giant hot tub at the end of it. So there is yet another pool. And wait, we are not done with pools. For you people out there, and I imagine it's most of you watching that are 21 and over, there is the Serenity Deck. And yes, the Serenity Deck on the XL class ships, the Celebration that we're talking about here, have a pool. Not only do they have a pool, but they have two very large hot tubs up there for you to enjoy, and you're enjoying it with people that are 21 years of age or older. A lot of people like that as well. And there's a bar, of course, there for you and waitstaff, usually walking around to bring you drinks. But if there's not, again, the bar is open most hours of the day, early into the evening, and so you can get a drink there and enjoy yourself while you sit in the hot tub, or sit on a lounger and take a little nap, whatever the case may be. Now, finally, there is yet another pool up at Loft 19, but I mentioned this earlier, you have to pay for a cabana or be the guest of somebody who is paid for a cabana up there, and then you are allowed in that pool area. Otherwise, like I said, there's a fee, or you'll have to sneak up there and you'll probably get caught, so don't do that. So yeah, a wide variety of pools available to you. So again, if one seems to be too crowded, there's a good chance you could probably find one of those other ones, and hopefully it's not as crowded. And there you go. Let's move on to the next level. All right, last but not least, and again, these were in no particular order, but they're bars. There are a variety of different bars. I mentioned a couple of them. Let's start on deck 18 with the Serenity Bar. There's a bar right there. So if you're 21 and over, you want to escape the kids for a while, you can go back there and you can still get drinks and enjoy yourself and relax without the kids around. And that's a great place to go. Now, down on deck 17, you will find the top of the Tiki Bar, just outside of Guy's Burgers, and of course below that is the bottom level of the Tiki Bar. So there are some bars there, two large bars available for you to get drinks at as well. If you go all the way to the back of deck 16, that's where you're going to find the Tides Bar. So there's several bars that you can get access to drink, and plenty of waitstaff going around taking drink orders that will bring the drinks directly to you at the most popular times of the day. Now, down on decks 6, 7, and 8, those are where you're going to find my favorite bars, my 3 favorite bars. The Alchemy Bar, of course, most people know about. That is on deck 7. It can be very crowded, though, sometimes, at the most popular times of the evening. So sometimes I would walk past the Alchemy Bar and I'm like, it's just too crowded for me. And so I'd go down to the Latitudes Bar, which is usually less crowded, much less crowded usually, or the Golden Jubilee Bar. One of those bars, you can usually always find a seat at the bar. And the bartenders at all of these bars are usually very engaging and have very good personalities. And it's kind of fun to talk to if you're not with a group of people. It's fun to hang out and have a couple drinks and just kind of watch them do their thing, because they are artists in a sense, creating and crafting all these drinks, some of them with 4 or 5 ingredients in it. So it's a lot of fun just to kind of watch them make drinks and people watch and see everybody having a good time. And if you're in one of those venues, there's probably a good chance you have live music going on right next to you. And that's another wonderful thing to go along with the bar or drink that you're having there at the bar. So that's it. That wraps up the 10 things. And I tell you, I think you're going to love each of these. Now, I probably could have given you 10 more pretty easily, but these are just 10 that popped into my head that I think you'll enjoy and most people will love about the Carnival celebration. So put in the comments some of the loves that you think I missed, or some of the things that maybe you disagreed with that you didn't think should have been a love. All right, that's it. And again, if you have not already subscribed to Coach Cruz, I hope you'll do that now, and I hope you'll hit that like button. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a fabulous cruise on the Carnival celebration.
Do such an awesome job.
Oh, sure.
And secondly, and this one is huge, like and subscribe. Ring that notification bell so you know when this man is posting more videos.
I appreciate that you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Lee.
I just can't get away from a good time.